My name is Chance Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. It is 11, no, excuse me, it is 12:02. And this is my last video before I take my half-hour nap before I carry my black ass to work. Alright, so I made two videos, one about tragedies and one basically a tragedy of getting to know me. I only have 35 followers, so let me first thank you guys for being there for me, because I do need this channel. I don't need it like so bad that I'm asking for money or anything like that, but I do need this channel because I do have to vent. It helps me with my PTSD. It helps me get out there. It's not helping my acting career worth a damn, but I get to release things. I get to say things. I get to express my feelings and things like that. And the thing, the thing that we don't ever try to understand or ever try to do or ever try to reach or ever try to get straight is that most of us do more to go out of our way to hurt people than we do to help people. And so with that, it's kind of like the Clock King theory on Batman the animated series. All it takes for a bad guy to become a bad guy is for them to have one bad day. And I've done a video about this before, and I'm going to do this video basically the same way. If you're going around purposely causing people to have more misery and strife in their life, you're not becoming part of the solution, you're being part of the problem. If we all stop being part of the problem, no matter what your ethnicity is, no matter where you come from, things would be great. And the thing with that is that no one wants to do that. Everybody by nature, and more people of color than less, and by people of color directly my black people, we tend to want to keep other people from succeeding. And I'm going to make a video about that, but not in the way you think. I'm going to make a video about why there are no actors like me being portrayed. Alright? It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is there. So part of that thing is that we don't have enough writers who are mixed, who are cross-cultural and correct, that they can put out a story where someone who can live in both worlds and be accepted. Let's face it, that's almost a half-truth. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to make another video right now about that shit. Matter of fact, fuck it, I'll just carry on. This will be a dual video, dual title video. Alright, so as you guys know, and if you don't know by now, I'm part Cherokee Indian, I'm also part black, and I'm also part white. In the real world, I have been called every ethnic thing under the book. I've been a Mexican, I've been a Hawaiian, I've been a chief, I've been everything except for a white person. I haven't been called the white person by anybody, white, black, or other, but I have been, mistaken for other races. Get that all the time. And for those who don't know, first off, let me clear this up for you one more time. It seems like I'm going to have to make this clear in every video, so if you hear this and you get tired of it, I'm sorry right now. Native Americans are initially of Asian descent. Alright? So if you are of Native American descent and you have a whole bunch more Asian features where you almost look like you're Chinese, now you know why. Because Native Americans are fucking Asian. Okay? Problem solved. And if I have offended anybody who is completely Native American or completely Asian, then this is my disclaimer. These are not just opinions, these are actually facts. I found them in the encyclopedia, and apparently I also learned this from my Korean friend way back when I first started college, and it has been socially and factually sound that history is full of mysteries, and some of them are shaded in shades of lies. Now, being that my great-grandmother, her name was Ada Wallace Ford, she is from the Powhite Reservation, which I still need to contact them if at all possible to see if I can actually find any family members living there so they can give me more direct lessons of my history. My father's father is black. My mother's father is mixed. Okay? So I'm 100% all-American mutt. Got that? Get that? Great. So, as I was saying, we don't have a lot of multicultural writers in Hollywood or anywhere. And no one wants to make a story about a guy who's half black and half Chinese, unless the story is about Tiger Woods, who technically is half black and half Chinese, because Taiwan is part of China. Or is that Thailand? Both of them are part of China. You probably can fact check that to double check to make sure that I am correct. But Tiger is half Thai and half black. He had a Thai mother. I think she's still alive. He had a black father who we know has passed. Tiger recently started playing golf again. Go Tiger. Now we go to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's father is black and Canadian. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's mother is Samoan. His grandfather is Samoan, and he was known as Chief Peter Maivia, which is why when Rocky came out, he was Rocky Maivia. Okay, now we got that out the way, and I'm only a year younger than The Rock, so let's establish some things. I talk about all of my heritages, and generally, when we get onto The Rock, he mostly relates to his Samoan heritage, alright? And that's cool, there's nothing wrong with that, because I relate more to my Native American side. But I don't forget that I am black. I do acknowledge my black heritage. And I can't say if The Rock does or if he doesn't, and I don't really care. It's his life. Whatever the hell he wants to do, I still admire him. We'll never be in a movie together. So, therefore, that's that. But I will say this, the only time that I ever am ashamed of being black is when someone black does something incredibly stupid. Now that got off track, let's get back on track. There are no writers writing stories for people like me to be in Hollywood. There are no writers in New York writing stories about people like me who's mixed. They can play these people in Hollywood. There are no people in Florida or Atlanta that are writing people of color that are mixed into these stories. You're either going to be black, or you're going to be white, or you're going to be all Asian. But you're not going to be one and a half. You're not going to be in the mixed category. And this is why I'm not working. Because I'm sure they'll look at me. And I've gone to casting calls before. So I have proof that this has happened to me on more than one occasion. I'm not black enough. But I'm black. It's like, are you sure you're black? I'm like, yeah, I know what color I am. You don't look black. Okay, I'm mixed. Yeah, that's what we were looking for. But we're not really looking for mixed people. We need someone who's actually all the way black. Yeah. So that happens. Then I went to one casting call, and I got looked at by a Native American lady, and she goes, okay, well, this was back when Colin Firth and them did Pocahontas, way back when I was just starting to try and get into this business. And it's like, well, you could probably go for one of the Native American roles, but you'll have to drive all the way down to like North Carolina or wherever Wilmington is to try and get an extra. One, I didn't have a car. Two, I don't know where Wilmington is. Clearly, I don't know if it's North or South Carolina. I know this was happening during the Dawson Creek era. Okay. And three, I was like, well, why don't you just take my portfolio and take it there? And it's like, no, we're not doing all that. But and this is the thing, no one's looking out for people like me. There are any mulatto characters. When Rock did Walking Tall, that was awesome. They actually did have a mixed family as his family. He had a black daddy and a white mom, and that was cool. And we don't have enough movies like that. So when I started in this business, I started making my own movies like that, where I would have a Chinese father and a black mother, or I would have a Native American mother who is mixed with black and a Chinese father. Henceforth, Fallen Dragon is my very first movie, which no one has seen, but it's done. I need to find it and find a way to put it up here. In case I haven't done it, it's probably up here. And all of my movies, I'll be the first to tell you, if Rotten Tomatoes ever gets a hold of it, they were like, yeah, you get the Razzies for this because you suck. Okay, cool. That wasn't my goal, but see, here's the thing. When you don't have revenue, when you don't have a crew, when you don't have money to pay the actors, you kind of get what the fuck you got, And my web series that got stolen, the Guardians of the Earth, that's up there. It's on here somewhere. It's not the way I wanted to put it up there because I had to record it off of the one camcorder to the TV or whatever the hell I did, and it totally sucked. And I would love to redo all these things. Footage got destroyed, all kinds of, you name it, and things happen. And there's a big ass sign that says, James, this just isn't meant to be. But I'm not giving up. It's just that, maybe it's just not my time. But I would like to be discovered before I'm dead. I don't want to be the next Bruce Lee and be like, oh yeah, this guy was good, this guy was awesome, let's give him work. Oh, you can't, he's fucking dead. But when did he die? Oh, he died 6 months back. Oh. Well, where was he all this time? He's in Charlottesville, Virginia. He's been making videos on YouTube. He's been doing all these other things, and we've just been passing him by. He's gone to over 100 casting calls only to hear the same shit. All right, so obviously, I think I'm ugly. Some people don't think I'm ugly. More people probably think I'm ugly than not. But when you go to the casting calls, it's like, all right, look, let me talk to you real fast. Okay, so it's not that you're an ugly man, because you're not an ugly man. You're a fairly decent looking man. I was like, oh, well, thank you for that. I'm glad the guy making me feel good, because you guys seen the picture of my face being burnt off. So, he goes, you're not tall enough. You're only 5'3". And then I go to another one. It's like, look, I've seen you at like almost 2 or 3 of these things, and I'm gonna explain to you how the process works. We come here with this magical list of people, so we're looking for unique people. But I'm mixed. Apparently, that's not unique. I'm also short, so apparently that kind of knocks out the uniqueness. So I guess if I was 5'7" or 5'8" and I was mixed, that would be something they would be interested in. So I'm 5'3.5". I'm 125, 130 pounds max, and I've gone to these casting lists since I was in my late 20s, since I was 27 years old, which is why I made my first movie at 27. And I made this movie thinking, this is it, this is it, this is it. It wasn't it. Then I made another couple of movies. This is it, this is it, this wasn't it. Then I made a series. This is it. This is it. And it would have been it had the guy hadn't lost his job, put the special effects in, had he not moved to Alabama, got stunned by some cats, stole my shit, and now he's living in Sweden, doing God only knows what with whatever he is, and I just can't get a break to save my dick. So that being said, there have been more casting calls, and I have just decided there's no point of me going if they're not a mixed guy who's half Native American or half Chinese looking on the roster of this magical list that they have that you don't know about. Because if you're not at the casting call and if you don't have a unique talent, like they put out there, come one, come all. And then when you get there, the red tape is there. Now let me explain that. So for those who don't know, this is how this works. You can go to all these casting calls and everything, and you can look cute and be pretty and be sexy and gorgeous and come in and your own unique style. If you like goth and let's say you're a goth black guy, like that's never gonna happen, but it probably has happened somewhere. You're a goth black guy, so all you wear is black. You wear a trench coat. You're doing all the crazy shit that goth kids do. Hell, goth kids. Hey, I got nothing against you. If that's your thing, hey, I'm down with everybody. If it makes you happy, fuck the world. So anyway, they decided they want a goth black guy. You're in. Then your life changes forever. Hopefully for the better. Now let's say they're looking for a short guy who's Hawaiian looking. I'm almost in. Almost. Then they're going to ask me, so what do you mix with? And I go, well, I'm partially Native American, and I'm part black, part white. And they're like, yeah, we thought you were Hawaiian. I was like, I can be Hawaiian, if that's what you want me to do. But if you want to know the truth, I'm not Jason Momoa. I'm not The Rock. I'm not of Polynesian descent. Though I get mixed up with it all the time, that's not me. But for all medicinal purposes, I can play that part, I've got the look for it. I'm not cutting my hair, but I have the look for it. If that's what you want me to be, that's what I'll be. But what I actually am is I'm Native American Cherokee, I'm black, and I am white. Deal with it. Now, when we go to these casting calls, and sometimes they have a SpongeBob card. Just using him because I can't stand SpongeBob. And it's like, if you get the SpongeBob card, you're gonna get a call back. I have never gotten a SpongeBob card or any other card they offer, because they'll look at me and they'll say, okay, look, here's what it is. We actually only came here looking for comedians and singers, which is why it was so easy to thin the herd, because everyone who's come there heard on the radio we're looking for actors, actresses, singers, comedians. If you have a talent, that's what we're looking for. So then when you get there, the list is cut into a third. when they're only looking for singers and comedians, because they're looking for singers for someone to probably go on the next American Idol, and they're going to push you into that. Or they're looking for someone who can be funny, and they want to try and get a new comedian out there so they can have fresh jokes. Okay? So that leaves all the actors and actresses out back. So whether you can act or not, they don't give a fuck. It's a cattle call. For that very reason. That's why it's called a cattle call. Now, in closing to this video, I've gone to enough of them to know that this is not how I'm going to get in that door. So now I have to take the Bruce Lee philosophy of going to the place, running around the back, and kicking in the side door, because it's the only way I'm going to be seen. I'm 44 years old. I don't have time for a lot of bullshit. Give me the job, and let's get started. No, can I play somebody's dad? A lot of people don't think I look old enough to play a dad, but I can play a teenager. I don't know how the hell that happens, but I can do that. Could I be a Power Ranger? Yes, I can. Can you get a doctor on staff to make sure that when I throw the right kick, I don't pop my fucking hip out that's been surgically replaced? And being that I'm going to need a second hip, hey, I'm willing to make the sacrifice, for what I want to do. Because I want to be happy for the rest of my life. And Kung Fu makes me happy. So you see the dilemma I'm in? Haven't done Kung Fu in 3 years. Kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place. It happens. I'm James Williams Jr., Kung Fu Fighter number 2. Be seeing you. I'll make more videos tonight, providing that things go right. Later.